I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Thursday, August the 13th, brought to you in part by Performance Livestock Analytics. Manage your feedlot anywhere, anytime with Performance Beef. The Iowa storm damage that they had on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, right in there, it was significant, but it didn't seem like we could get anybody excited about it. Chicago Board of Trade corn futures for new crop December were only up 3 3/4 cents there at 327 1/4, but the damage was significant, affecting over 10 million acres, or 43% of Iowa's corn crop, and not sure how bad the damage is. A lot of them are saying that it was just laid over, but a lot of others saying that a lot of those stalks were broke off. And yeah, you can kind of scoop a lot of it up and make some silage out of it, but you won't be shelling corn out of most of it. But 100-mile-per-hour straight line winds come in there, and it just significant damage. And folks are sure talking about it up here in northern Missouri, where I'm at right now. But like I said, you just couldn't get too many commodities people excited about it, which is a good thing. That would have hurt your cattle. But I think this damage could be more severe than what most people are saying, and we may see more of that here late in the week as they get in there and start looking at more of that crop and estimating how bad the damage is going to be. But let's look at the board for Wednesday. August live cattle futures up $1.70 at 106.35. October up 127 at 109.57. You go on out front from there. It was still a little bit of pressure, and we've seen that a couple of times this week. On your furthest out front traded month, which is December of 21, it was down a nickel, but all the rest of them up as much as 87 cents on your out fronts on live cattle. August feeder cattle were up 75 cents at 145 1/4. September up 132 at 147.95. Go on your out fronts on your feeder cattle contracts, and they were up 17 cents to up 147. Fat cattle trade was higher again, and that's all your cattle market can see is how aggressive these packers have become and how much higher this fat cattle market has been here the last couple of weeks. But we were excited because Tuesday they come out early morning on Tuesday and started giving $3 more in the Southern Plains at 103, which, you know, it's like some guys have told me this week, it's kind of sickening whenever you're getting excited about 103, 104, stuff like that on a fat cattle trade, but it's significantly higher. And a 103 was $3 higher in Kansas, and that happened before the board even opened on Tuesday morning. Well, on Wednesday we come in and we just started gaining more ground. Another dollar or two with 105 fairly prevalent in Kansas. Texas traded some cattle only at 104, but they're too far from the Northern Plains extra demand that the packers are coming down into Kansas and buying cattle, and too much freight for that. But and Texas still backed up with a lot of those heavier cattle that we've talked about. But look at your confirmed sales on Wednesday. Iowa had 4,600 head from 104 to 107, and dress sales at 165, but not a lot of dress trade there. And Nebraska didn't have a lot of dress trade either, and really didn't have much trade at all. We should see significant trade in Nebraska here on Thursday because they haven't sold a whole lot, and likely they may have sold more than they're showing confirmed late in the day on Wednesday, because I did hear some trade up there. But we'll see how that pans out here later in the week. But only 400 head confirmed in Nebraska, just a few at 105 and a few at 165. But I'm figuring that they probably sold some more late on Wednesday, or they will pick that up on Thursday. But Kansas, 10,600 head from 104 to 105, sure making the guys that took the 103 kick themselves. But you know, they thought that was pretty good, and it was just a day earlier. But that was $1 to $2 higher than on Tuesday morning, and $4 to $5 higher than last week. Texas, like I said, 14,300 head, all at 104. Box beef cutout values were higher again, and your packers are able to kind of keep this little rally going here before it gets too late to order product for Labor Day. But choice cuts 209.09 up $1.01. Selects 195.99 up 97 cents. Your slaughter is keeping good pace, 347,000 through Wednesday. That was up 1,000 over last week and the same as the same week a year ago. Talk about feeder cattle markets. Your real-time index on DV auction late on Wednesday, 142.07, up 46 cents. Look at some of your big sales on Wednesday. OKC West, El Reno, Oklahoma, and we've kind of caught up. We've moved a lot of those grass yearlings off, and we're not seeing a lot of your feeder type fall-born weaned calves coming to town in the Southern Plains quite yet. So lighter runs. OKC West, El Reno, 5,400 head, and you think, wow, it's a big sale. Not for them. It'd be just a moderate to lighter run, but that's what we should see this time of year there. Feeder steers unevenly steady. Feeder heifers $2 to $4 higher. Calves were $2 to $4 higher in a light test. Dodge City, Kansas, they've sold a swarm of cattle here in the last month or so in Dodge City, but winter livestock there in Dodge only 1,300 head on Wednesday. Feeder steers $2 to $5 lower, and feeder heifers steady. Bassett, Nebraska had a sale. It's hard to compare because you have to go way back to last month when they had that barn burning special there, but always a big deal when they have a feeder cattle sale in Bassett, Nebraska. 3,200 head. You look at this automated market report here through Cattle Market Central on DV auction there, and you can see not the big strings of cattle in the tested weights, but you look at the best tested weights there. On steers, it was the 9 weights, 539 head of the 9 weight steers, average 965 at 139.16 on the weighted average on all of them. Go down to the heifers. 608 head of 8 weight heifers, averaged 826 at 143.12. The stickout deal was heifers, some spade heifers, 68 head of them, weighed 923 at 139 and a quarter. Torrington Livestock Markets had the best quote that I saw anywhere. 77 head NHTC steers, weighed 823 at 153 and a quarter. And that's your feeder flash for Thursday.